Buya ka ng magiting sa manlulupit, di ka pasisingil sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bakaw. May bilang ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal, ang kisap ng wataw at mo'y tagumpay na nagdidinig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pang may magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng warangit pagsikat, kulay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya dapat may mga apit at mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Please remain standing for a minute of prayer and meditation. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move to suspend session.
Session suspended.
Adjourn na sana. Bakit pa-suspend ba dyan? Adjourn mo na. Adjourn mo na.
Pa-initial ako, okay lang kasi yung nag-meeting sa MMD. Yung dalawa lang naman sir, ang nandun.
What do I do?
Initial lang sir, para kung ma-consider sila sa aspect.
Saan ko ba dito?
Ano lang sir, para thank you sir.
Oh, may correction ka na naman, pre. May correction ka na naman.
Bakit?
Hindi, baka lang may correction ka, pre.
Wala, may babasahin lang.
Oh, dami mo na naman bisita, pare.
Saan?
Eh, ano kanina eh.
Ano mo, technically, 2 months na lang tayo.
Binilang mo, di ba?
Session. Kasi 2 weeks yung budget.
Kailan ba natin masosobo si Dean?
Ha?
Kailan ba natin masosobo? Kita ko yung mga parang upside ng mga projects natin. Yung isang district pa, isang district, long district pa. Business for the day lang kung makakaya natin.
Tayo ka sa business.
Yung number 12. Pinauuna nila itong number 14 and 12, whichever is. Sino ang ano? Sino ang ready dito sa dalawang ito? Either 14 or 12.
Si ano ito, si XJ. XJ, kahapon dapat. Kaya lang yan. And then this one,
So whichever is ready.
sino to?
And then some administrative na.
Erigel. Wala pa si Erigel. Si Erigel. Si Erigel dapat. And XJ. I look for XJ.
Okay. Kung sakasakaling ito sino mag-sponsor?
Ito si
Yun ang minority.
XJ. Tapos dito si...
Mundo.
Siya ready siya kahapon. Tsaka kaya lang ayaw na ni Manong dito.
Asan dito? Chiki. Where is it?
Solar light and pick-up natin din.
Session is resumed.
Madam
Ready
Speaker, I
for
move that we call the roll of members. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objections? Hearing none, the Secretariat is requested to call the roll.
Roll call of members, honorable representatives. Abaya, Abayon, Abellanosa, Abu, Abueg, Acharon, Akop, Acosta, Acosta Alba, Adjong, Advincula, Agaraw, Agabaw, Albano, Alcala, Alejano, Almario, Almonte, Alonte, Alvarez Franz, Alvarez Mercedes, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante, Amatong, Andaya, Angara Castillo, Antonino, Antonio, Aquino Magsaysay, Aragones, Arbizon, Arcillas, Arenas, Atienza, Aumentado, Bagaw, Bagaching, Bagilat, Banal, Barbers, Barsaga, Batawil, Batucabe, Bautista Bandigan, Bilaro, Belmonte Feliciano, Belmonte Jose Christopher, Belmonte Ricardo, Benitez, Bernos, Bertiz, Biason, Billones, Biron, Bulilia, Bondok, Bordado, Bravo Anthony, Bravo Marabida, Brosas, Bulut Bigtang, Gagas, Kalalang, Calderon, Calix Rubiano, Caminero, Campos, Kanama, Kari, Casilaw, Castelo, Castro Franz, Castro Fredinil, Katamko, Cayetano, Celeste, Seravica, Cirilles, Chavez, Chipeco, Co, Cuanco, Colliantes, Cortés, Cortuna, Cosalan, Crisólogo, Cuba, Cuaresma, Cueva, Dalipe, Datol, Dasa, De Jesus, De Venecia, De Vera, Defensor, Del Mar, Del Rosario, De Los Montalia, Dimaporo Abdullah, Dimaporo Khalid, Duavit, Durano, Di, Ilago, Enverga, Erice, Erigel, Ermita Buhain, Escudero, Espina, Espino, Estrella, Eusebio, Evardone, Fariñas, Fernando, Ferrer Juliet, Ferrer Luis, Feriol, Floirendo, Flores, Fortuno, Fentebelia, Garbin, Garcia Gwendolyn, Garcia Jose, Garcia Albano, Gary Richard, Gary Sharon, Gasataya, Gachelian, Heron, Guana Cristina, Gomark, Gomez, Gonzaga, Gonzales Alexandria, Gonzales Dong, Gonzales Fernando, Goriseta, Gulias, Hernandez, Herrera D, Hofer, Alosos, Javier, Konghun, Labad-Labad, Lacson, Lagman, Lanete, Laugan, Lesatin, Leachon, Lee, Lim Kay Chong, Lobrigat, Lopez Benur, Lopez Carlo, Lopez Manuel, Loyola, Macapagal Arroyo, Maceda, Madrona, Malapitan, Manalo, Mangawang, Magudato Suarto, Magudato Sajid, Marcoleta, Marcos, Mariño, Marquez, Martinez, Matugas, Miliana, Mending, Mendoza, Mercado, Mirasol, Montoro, Nava, Nieto, Noel, Nograles Jericho, Nograles Carlo, Nolasco, Nunez Malanyaon, Wominal, Ocampo, Olivares, Ong Edwin, Ong Henry, Ortega Pablo, Ortega Vini, Pacquiao, Paduano, Palma, Pancho, Panganiban, Panotes, Papandayan, Pichay, Pimentel, Pineda, Plaza, Primicia Sagabas, Kimbo, Radasa, Ramos, Relampagos, Revilla, Ropuno, Robes, Rocamora, Rodriguez Isidro, Rodriguez Maximo, Roman, Romero, Romualdez, Romualdo, Roque, Sakdalan, Sagarbaria, Sali, Salceda, Salimbangon, Salo, Salon, Sambar, Sangkopan, Sandoval, Santos Recto, Sarmiento Cesar, Sarmiento Edgar, Savillano, Sema, Xiao, Silverio, Singson, Swansing Estrelita, Swansing Horacio, Suarez, Si Alvarado, Tambunting, Tan Angelina, Tan Milagrosa, Tan Shirney, Tejada, Teves, Chanco, Ting, Tiño, Tolentino, Treñas, Tugna, Tupas, Ti, Umali, Unabia, Ungab, Unico, Uy Juliet, Uy Rolando, Uy Beretta, Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Velarde, Velasco, Velasco Catera, Veloso, Vergara, Villapuerte, Villanueva, Villarasa Suarez, Villarica, Biolago, Villarin, Yap Arthur, Yap Melesio, Yap Victor, Yu, Samoro Marcamen, Samoro Ronaldo, Sarate, Subiri. Madam Speaker, the roll call shows that 208 members responded to the call.
With 208 members responding to the call, the chair declares presence of a quorum. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move for the approval of Journal Number 14, dated Monday, September 3rd, 2018. So move, Madam Speaker.
Is there any objection? Hearing none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, before anything else, we'd like to acknowledge some guests in the gallery, starting with the guests of the Honorable Baby Aline Vargas Alfonso, Ramon Nolasco of the 1st District of Cagayan, Randolph Ting of the 3rd District of Cagayan, and Michelle Antonio of Party List Agbiag. They're guests from the Women's Organization of Pagao, led by its president, Ms. Cecil Juan, and Cagayan Vice Governor Melvin K. Vargas.
We welcome our guests to the House of Representatives.
Also, Madam Speaker, I would like to acknowledge the guests of Honorable Cristina Chiquiro Puno, representative of the 1st District of Antipolo City, 17-year-old Candice Zorina Zarate of Barangay Beverly Hills, Antipolo City, is the 2018 champion in the senior solo contemporary category and the senior solo classical category of the Association of Ballet Academics of the Philippines, or ABAP, National Dance Competition. Her choreography also helped win the championship in the junior duo contemporary category.
We welcome our special guest. She's over there in the back, and congratulations.
Also, Madam Speaker, I would like to acknowledge the presence of the guests of Honorable Michelle M. Antonio in the gallery, Mayor Marjorie Apil Salazar, Vice Mayor Randy Cambe, Councilor Eduardo Asuten, Councilor Felix V. Gerardo Jr., ABC President Dominador Cortez Jr., Municipal Administrator Lilibeth Del Rosario, and Executive Assistant to the Mayor George Veja Jr.
The guests of Representative Everdone are recognized. They're in the back. Thank you for coming. Please stand so the members of the House can see you. Thank you. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move that we now proceed with the reference of business and request that the Secretary General be directed to read the titles of bills and resolutions on first reading, as well as communications and committee reports. So move, Madam Speaker.
Is there any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved. The Secretary General is directed to read the bills and resolutions on first reading, as well as communications for referral to the appropriate committees.
Reference of business bills on first reading. House Bill 8170, amending RA 6958. Representatives Del Mar, Abellanosa, Gullias, Caminero, Garcia, Salimbangon, Durano, Cortez, Calderon.
The Committee on Transportation.
House Bill 8171, providing for the automatic suspension of the excise tax on fuel and repealing the excise tax imposed on kerosene and diesel under RA 10963, Representatives Kimbo, Banal, Belmonte, Bordado, Daza, Limcay Chong, and Ramirez Sato.
Committee on Ways and Means.
House Bill 8173, amending RA 9184, Representative Gatchalian.
Committee on Appropriations.
House Bill 8174, further amending RA 4566, Representative Gatchalian.
Committee on Trade and Industry.
House Bill 8178, amending Sections 4 and 8 of RA 6758, otherwise known as the Compensation and Position Classification Act of 1989, Representative Veloso.
Committee on Appropriations.
Resolutions. House Resolution 2120, urging the Committee on Agriculture and Food to inquire on the severe rice crisis now devastating the poor. Representatives Casilao, Zarate, Tino, De Jesus, Brosas, and Ilago.
Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 2121, directing the Committee on Natural Resources to inquire on the mining operations of the Philminera Resources Corporation in Aroroy, Masbate. Representative Liarin.
Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 2122, expressing profound condolences of the House on the demise of UN Secretary General and Nobel Prize winner His Excellency Kofi Annan, Representative Olivares.
Committee on Rules.
House Resolution numbers 2123 to 2125, expressing warm felicitations and congratulations to Ms. Heidelin Diaz, Philippine Women's Golf Team, and Ms. Yuka Sasso for winning gold medals in the 18th ASEAN Games, Representative Olivares.
Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 2126, expressing warm felicitations and congratulations to Mr. Fidel Calalang Jr., for winning second prize in the 5th International Competition of Choral Composition, Ennio Morricone in Florence, Italy. Representative Olivares.
Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 2127, congratulating and commending the Philippine team for their all-out performance and dedication in the recently concluded 18th ASEAN Games held in Jakarta and Palembang, Indonesia, finishing as 19th best out of the 45 nations that competed. Representative Vargas.
Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 2128, directing the Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability to inquire into the ongoing quarry operations in Dulong Bayan, Quezon, Nueva Ecija by Pacific Concrete Products Incorporated. Representative Swansing Estrita.
Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 2129, congratulating, commending, and awarding congressional medals of distinction to Heidelin Diaz, Yuka Saso, and Marjeline Didal for winning gold medals in the 28th ASEAN Games held in Jakarta and Palembang, Indonesia. Representative Yap Arthur.
Committee on Rules.
House Resolution numbers 2130 and 2133, congratulating, commending Marjeline Arda Didal for winning gold in the women's skateboarding street event. Representatives Sambar and Pacquiao.
Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 2131, congratulating, commending the coaches and staff of all the participating athletes in the 2018 ASEAN Games held in Jakarta, Indonesia. Representative Sambar.
Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 2132, congratulating, commending Pauline Luis Lopez, Rodolfo Reyes Jr., Dustin Jacob Mela, Dominguez, Crisostomo, Babanto, Oliva, Loon, Dumaan, Regalado, Wali, Christensen Wong, Ochoa, Kaluwag, Pagdanganan for winning the bronze medal in the respective sports in the 2018 ASEAN Games held in Jakarta, Indonesia. Representative Sambar.
Committee on Rules.
House Resolutions 2134, 2138, and 2145. Congratulating, commending Filipino weightlifter Heidelin Diaz for winning the Philippines' first gold. Representatives Pacquiao, Nieto, and Rosas.
Committee on Rules.
House Resolutions 2135, 2139, 2144. Congratulating, commending Filipino golfers Yuka Saso, Bianca Pagdanganan, and Luis K. Golf for winning and dominating the women's team category for golf. Representatives Pacquiao, Nieto, and Rosas.
Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 2136, congratulating, commending Filipino golfer Yuka Saso for winning the women's individual golf competition. Representative Pacquiao.
Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 2137, congratulating, commending medal-winning athletes of the Philippine delegation to the 2018 ASEAN Games held in Jakarta. Representatives Bernos and Mangawan.
Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 2140, directing the Committees on Human Rights and Labor and Employment to inquire on possible human rights violations committed against Mr. Patricio M. Tago Jr., Representative Mendoza.
Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 2141, congratulating, commending Rogen Ladon and Kiyomi Watanabe for winning a silver medal in their respective sports. Representative Sambar.
Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 2142, directing the Committee on Health to investigate the claims of Dr. Farah Agustin Bunch, Natural Medical Center in Victoria, Tarlac regarding cancer treatment. Representative Tan Angelina.
Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 2143, congratulating Ms. Marjeline Didal for winning the Women's Street Skateboard Competition. Representative Rosas.
Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 2146, commending our Filipina gold medalist in the recently concluded 18th ASEAN Games. Representative Silverio.
Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 2147, congratulating Mr. Elijah C. Bona for winning the bronze medal in the Bulgaria International Mathematics Competition 2018. Representative Abweg.
Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Resolution 2148, congratulating boxer Ladon and Kiyomi Watanabe for their commendable accomplishments in the 2018 ASEAN Games. Representative Nieto.
Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 2149, adopting the proposed rules for media coverage of the House.
Committee on Rules.
Representative Ropo. House Resolution 2150, congratulating, commending our Filipino athletes who have given honor to our country by winning medals in the various sporting competitions. Representative Tambunting.
Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 2151, directing the appropriate committee to investigate and inquire into the damaged learning materials discovered at Lexicon Incorporated Warehouse. Representative Cortuna.
Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 2152, honoring and commending the Metrobank Foundation Outstanding Filipinos of 2018. Representatives Macapagal Arroyo, Andaya, Dorano, Hoffer, among others.
Committee on Rules.
Messages from the Senate. Message dated August 29, 2018, informing the House that on even date Senate approved Conference Committee report of the Bicameral Conference Committee on Disagreeing Votes on HB 6202.
Committee on Rules.
Message dated August 29, informing the House that an even date Senate approved Conference Committee report on the disagreeing provisions of Senate Bill 1233 and House Bill 5745.
Committee on Rules.
Message dated August 30, informing the House that on August 29, the Senate designated Senators Villanueva, Angara Ejercito, Gatchalian Aquino as conferees to the Bicameral Conference of Senate Bill 1363 and House Bill 7402.
Committee on Rules.
Committee report. Report number 849 by the Committee on Labor and Employment on House Bill 8186.
Committee on Rules. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, may we acknowledge the presence of the guests and visitors of Representative Baby Aline Vargas Alfonso from the Municipality of Lasam, Province of Cagayan, Honorable Marjorie April Salazar, Mayor, Honorable Randy Cambi, Vice Mayor, members of the Sangguniang Bayan of Lasam, Honorable Eduardo Asutin, Honorable Felix Gerardo Jr., Honorable Dominador Cortes Jr., Honorable Ernesto Ombrero, and Honorable Robert Maruso.
Our guests are welcome. Thank you for visiting us in the House of Representatives. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move that we consider bills under the calendar of business for Thursday and Friday. Madam Speaker, pursuant to our rules, allow me to put forth an omnibus motion for the consideration of the following House Bill. House Bill number 6326 under Committee Report number 823, House Bill number 8112, Committee Report number 825, House Bill number 8113 under Committee Report 827, House Bill number 8140, Committee Report number 829, House Bill number 8141, Committee Report 830, House Bill number 8142, under Committee Report number 831, House Bill number 8146, under Committee Report number 835, House Bill number 8147, under Committee Report number 836, House Bill number 8151, under Committee Report number 838, and House Bill number 8156, under Committee Report number 840. So moved, Madam Speaker.
Is there any objections? The Chair hears none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move that we consider respective explanatory notes as the sponsorship of the said measures. So moved, Madam Speaker.
Is there any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move that there being no member who wishes to interpolate on the said local bills, I move that we terminate the period of sponsorship and debate.
Any objections? Hearing none, motion is approved.
Madam Speaker, I move that we open the period of amendments and approve the committee amendments, if any, as contained in the respective committee reports of the aforementioned bills.
Any objections? Hearing none, motion is approved.
Madam Speaker, there being no individual amendments, I move that we terminate the period of amendments.
Any objections? Hearing none, the period of amendment is terminated.
And so, Madam Speaker, I move that we vote on second reading of all the said House bills. So move, Madam Speaker.
All those in favor of the aforementioned bills, say aye. All those against, say nay. The ayes have it. The aforementioned bills are hereby approved on second reading.
Madam Speaker, I move for a few minutes of to suspend the session.
Session suspended. That's actually yesterday. You can get that now. Session is resumed. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, under the calendar of business for the day, I move that we consider House Bill number 8165 as contained in Committee Report number 842. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objections? Hearing none, motion is approved.
Madam Speaker, copies of the bill have been previously distributed to the members. I request, therefore, that the Secretary General be instructed to read the title of the bill without prejudice to the insertion into the records of the text thereof.
Any objections? Hearing none, motion approved that the Secretary General is directed to read the title of House Bill number 8165.
House Bill 8165, an act creating the Department of Disaster Resilience, defining its purpose and functions, and appropriating funds therefor.
Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move that the authors of the said bill be recognized to begin sponsorship of the measure, namely Honorable X.J. Romualdo of the Lone District of Camiguin, co-authored by Rodel Batocabe of Ako Bicol, and second District of Albay, Joey Salceda. So move, Madam Speaker.
Representatives Romualdo, Batocabe, and Salceda are recognized. You may proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, distinguished colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, the Committees on Government Reorganization, National Defense and Security, and Appropriations all have the honor to report out for the consideration of this August Chamber, House Bill number 8165, as contained in Committee Report number 842. The measure, which is the product of the numerous bills and resolutions filed by our colleagues, seeks to create the Department of Disaster Resilience. Madam Speaker, based on figures from the Office of Civil Defense from 1990 to 2015, tropical cyclones claimed 24,862 lives, injured 58,746 people, and 7,112 are still considered missing, and 33,780,860 families have been affected. Damage to agriculture, infrastructure, and private property is in excess of 482.3 billion pesos. And these figures do not take into consideration the damage wrought by other natural disasters such as earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. On the other hand, for the same period, human-induced incidents accounted for 10,146 lives lost, 27,737 injured, while 2,441 people are still listed as missing. Damage to agriculture and public and private property is estimated to be in excess of 113 billion pesos. Madam Speaker, a close look at government's approach to disasters would show that it has been ad hoc and coordinative in nature. A slew of executive issuances lodged responsibility for disaster response in committees or bodies composed of cabinet members and other government officials. That is, in addition to their main responsibilities of running their respective agencies, they were saddled with the task of overseeing government's response to disasters and calamities. Given the ad hoc nature of these government bodies, disaster management merely centered on the hazards and the impacts of disasters. In other words, government's response was reactive, consisting mainly in responding to a disaster and its aftermath. Hardly any attention was given to preparing for and/or mitigating the impact of disasters. Even with the creation of the National Disaster Coordinating Council in 1978, government's thrust was still ad hoc, coordinative, and reactive. The agency, now known as the Office of Civil Defense, is presently the nucleus of government response to disasters. Created in 1954 by virtue of Republic Act No. 1190, the then National Civil Defense Administration's primary task was to formulate and prepare at all times plans and policies for the protection and welfare of the civilian population in time of war, directly involving the Philippines or other national emergency of equally grave character. But the OCD, aside from serving as the core of the NDCC and the current National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council, is also charged with civil defense functions. And we are all aware of the adage that when everyone is responsible, no one is. On May 27, 2010, or a little over 8 years ago, the 14th Congress passed Republic Act No. 10121, or the Philippine Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Act of 2010. While this law's strength lies in the institutionalization of stakeholder participation in policymaking for disaster risk reduction and management, it, however, stopped short of creating an agency that is at a high enough level to oversee the implementation of streamlined disaster risk reduction and management policies nationwide. In other words, under RA 10121, the NDRRMC does not have the appropriate authority, mandate, and resources to direct efforts towards a more resilient nation. Our recent experiences in catastrophic events have taught us that hazards are becoming more intense and uncertain, and our exposure to these hazards constantly increases. But our vulnerabilities have not been addressed. Our current systems are not as ably prepared and responsive as we would want them to be due to challenges in our current risk governance system. Thus, an able, fully equipped, and responsive department that will prepare and lead our citizenry to cope with the rapid and slow onset catastrophic events is needed. Madam Speaker, the bill at hand is a concrete step towards transforming what was once an ad hoc, coordinative, and reactive response to disaster risk management to one that anchors climate and disaster resilience to the very foundations of sustainable development. The bill creates a cabinet-level agency that builds a culture of resilience, organizes and strengthens the nation to face catastrophic events, and reduces the complexity of responding to the threats of current and future climate and disaster risks. It institutionalizes a disaster resiliency system with a centralized leadership of a cabinet-level department that has an enhanced capability to provide unity of command and ensure effective and coordinated efforts to prepare and implement plans under the 4 thematic areas of disaster risk reduction: prevention and mitigation, preparedness, response, and recovery and rehabilitation. It affirms the validity of the 4 thematic areas. It complies with international commitments. It ensures an integrated and more coherent institutional risk governance structure that is able to enhance the capacity of the national government necessary to act on slow and rapid onset events and address catastrophic events through the abolition of certain agencies and officers. It ensures an integrated and more coherent institutional risk governance structure that is able to effectively enhance the capacity of the national government. It shifts the paradigm towards a science-based and probabilistic risk assessment through formal collaboration with the academe and research institutions. Institutionalizes a humanitarian logistics system that facilitates the integration of disaster resiliency, specifically in pre-disaster plans and actions, post-disaster response, and recovery and rehabilitation efforts. Emphasizes the whole of government, whole of nation, and whole of society approach to disaster resiliency efforts through convergence of efforts by the government and stakeholders. Establishes a disaster resilience knowledge center with the creation of the Disaster Resilience Research, Education, and Training Institute. It launches a structure and system to manage inbound and outbound international disaster response and relief operations, and provides resources for the effective and efficient operation of the department and the judicious management of national and local disaster resilience funds. In addition, Madam Speaker, the proposed Department of Disaster Resilience will be provided with ample powers to deal with disasters and calamities, including the power of command and control over government agencies and GOCCs. With this bill, disaster resiliency, response, rehabilitation, and recovery will all be under one roof, and government's response will no longer be ad hoc, coordinative, or reactive. Madam Speaker, too many lives and too much treasure have been lost to disasters. That our country is in the typhoon belt and the Pacific Rim of Fire is not our fault. The money is expended for urban and rural infrastructure and economic development are wasted by disaster events. The cost to rebuild is more than triple, and the loss of loved ones cannot in any way be quantified. But what we can do is prepare for and mitigate the impact of disasters before they occur. This is the primordial reason why it is more prudent for us as a nation to invest in disaster resilience. Further, the holistic approach to disasters ought not to be the sole responsibility of government. It needs a multi-stakeholder approach and strong partnership so we can achieve a disaster-resilient culture. During his State of the Nation address last July 23, the President declared that we need a truly empowered department characterized by unity of command, science-based approach, and full-time focus on natural hazards and disasters, and the wherewithal to take charge of disaster risk reduction, preparedness, and response with better recovery and faster rehabilitation. This bill we submit is the House's response to that call. In view of all the foregoing, I earnestly urge our colleagues to support and approve the bill creating the Department of Disaster Resilience. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Romualdo. Majority Floor Leader.
Madam Speaker.
Honorable Batucabe, to deliver your sponsorship speech.
Yes, before I deliver my sponsorship speech, Madam Speaker, may I manifest that I have also with me the sponsorship speech of Congresswoman Yeda Marie Romualdez. And as such, may I also put on record that her sponsorship speech be made an integral part of the proceedings of the pending measure. May I now proceed with the delivery of my sponsorship speech. Good afternoon to my dear colleagues in Congress. It has been such a grueling journey towards a more resilient Philippines. In 2015, we created the Special Committee on Climate Change here in Congress in order to ensure that vulnerable communities would be resilient to the adverse impact of vastly shifting climate change patterns. In the review of our collective experiences with disasters in the previous years, we have found that what our country needs right now is a department that will embody and exude resilience from the national government down to local government units. We have examined all possible frameworks of action, and we incorporated relevant approaches like the whole-of-nation approach and whole-of-government approach to ensure that all stakeholders are given an avenue to participate and fulfill their roles. We've come a long way into ensuring that we provide the best response for the Filipino people. Our constituents deserve the best, and we will deliver the best. It is with great pleasure that I present to you the fruits of our labors. We have finally come up with a department that will have full-time focus on disaster resilience and, more importantly, operates under the unity of command. I therefore fully support these spending measures authored by Congresswoman Yeda Romualdez, Congressman Joey Sarte Salceda, Majority Leader Andaya, and all other colleagues who have spearheaded the creation of the new Department of Disaster Resilience. Every disaster is different from each other. There is no one solution to all our problems. We can never stop the next typhoon from hitting us, but we can prepare for it better by reducing risk and ensuring the most effective response from our local governments. Admittedly, the current committee report, however, is not perfect as it is and may need further inputs from our colleagues. Our experience has taught us that the use of advisory councils leads to many delays, confusion, and lack of accountability, thereby making government incapable of properly preparing and responding to natural and man-made disasters. The cause of this government inefficiency are properties, livelihoods, and even lives. We envision the Department of Disaster Resilience to champion the cause of all local governments in the Philippines, to ensure that the full power of this new department is mobilized in ensuring that our vulnerable communities are able to adapt to the impacts of climate change and disaster. I therefore encourage my colleagues in this chamber to join us in this historic bill that will not only strengthen our local government units in responding towards natural hazards, but would also be inclusive towards vulnerable communities in our quest for resiliency. Join me and Congresswoman Romualdez, Congressman Salceda, Majority Leader Andaya, and all our other colleagues in our path towards making the Philippines disaster resilience. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Batocabe. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move that we insert into our records officially the sponsorship speech of the Honorable Yeda Romualdez as read by the Honorable Batocabe. So move, Madam Speaker.
The Secretariat is directed to insert into the record the sponsorship speech of the Honorable Yeda Romualdez.
Madam Speaker, I move that we recognize the Honorable Joey Salceda of the 2nd District of Albay for his sponsorship speech. So move, Madam Speaker.
The Honorable Salceda is recognized for his sponsorship speech.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, the Honorable Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, the chairpersons of the House Committees on Reorg, National Defense and Security and Appropriations, esteemed colleagues of the 17th Congress, guests, I stand privileged before this august body to be the co-sponsor of the House Bill 8165, known as an act creating the Department of Disaster Resilience, defining its powers and functions and appropriating funds therefore. I hope to bring you back in not so long ago of a disaster that devastated our beloved country. For almost 5 years now, we are still on the recovery phase from the devastation brought about by Typhoon Yolanda, which took nearly 10,000 lives, destroyed billions of pesos in livelihood and economic assets in one fell swoop. Weather experts around the world predicted that similar types and large-scale disasters will increase more in frequency and in intensity due to the effects of climate change. Climate change is real. It is even human-induced, and it is a threat that is truly scarier than any of the risks we are facing. In truth, more or less 20 typhoons have been passing our country in a span of a year. Among these, an average of 8 to 9 typhoons make landfall in the Philippines next year. This is even aggravated with the inherent vulnerability of our poor people to disaster, with our with our poverty rate and our land area in Metro Manila mark us in extreme risk. And may magtatanong na daw, can I insert this into the record? Let me just preface, Your Honor, Madam Chair, Madam Speaker, that I take a very personal view because my mother died due to a typhoon in July 27, 2011. So this is, for me, a mission, a way of thanking her. And one life is just too many. And I lost her due to Waning. And much of the causes to her death are being addressed by this bill, especially in terms of the institutional capacity of the state. Because climate change is given, geological risks are given, poverty, though not a given, is something that we must confront. Rising urbanization is a given. It's essentially what you do about them that essentially shape the complexion and the direction of human welfare in our country. And therefore, Madam Speaker, I earnestly appeal to our colleagues for the prompt approval of this bill because our country should develop in the midst of all the risk. And therefore, for the sake of our poor people, of our vulnerable young children who die more, most of the casualties of climate change are young children, pregnant women, lactating women, senior citizens, and persons with disability. And therefore, I ask, Madam Chair, for the prompt, expeditious deliberation of this bill. Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. May I just endorse the complete sponsorship speech to our Secretariat.
Thank you, Honorable Salceda. The presiding officer would have wanted to hear you deliver your speech, but we are happy that despite the sadness of the demise of your beloved mother, she is the inspiration behind this bill. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And we ask the Secretariat to insert the full sponsorship speech of the Honorable Salceda into the records. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move to suspend consideration of House Bill number 8165. So move, Madam Speaker.
Consideration of House... Any objections? Hearing none. Consideration of the said House Bill is hereby suspended.
Madam Speaker, I move for a few minutes of suspension, Madam Speaker.
Session is suspended. Session is resumed.
Madam Speaker, I move that we consider on second reading House Bill number 808 under committee, or rather House Bill number 8014 under committee report 808, and may we request the Secretary General to read the title of the bill. So move, Madam Speaker.
Number 14.
There is a motion. Any objections? Hearing none, the Secretary General is hereby instructed to read the title of the measure.
House Bill 8014, an act providing for the mandatory PhilHealth coverage of all persons with disability, amending for the purpose Republic Act number 7277, as amended, otherwise known as the Magna Carta for persons with disability.
Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move that we recognize the Honorable Rodel Batocabe, Vice Chairman of the Committee on Social Services and one of the authors of said bill, for his sponsorship speech. So move, Madam Speaker.
The Honorable Batocabe is recognized to deliver his sponsorship speech.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker and members of this august body. According to the United Nations, there are approximately 650 million people living with disabilities in the world today. And there are 2 billion family members directly affected by disability worldwide. Data from our own NCDA, or the National Council on Disability Affairs, puts the figure to at least 15 million Filipinos with disability. The provision of accessible health care to persons with disability manifests the state's resolve in achieving the development goals enshrined in the development agenda of this present government. For these development goals to be fully realized, there must be additional mechanisms that will ensure that PWDs who have been marginalized are able to access healthcare facilities and services and are afforded health insurance which they deeply need. Several measures, 14 to be exact, seeking to provide mandatory PhilHealth coverage of PWDs were filed in this present Congress in response to the needs of PWDs for additional mechanisms to help alleviate their conditions as well as ensure their inclusion to development by providing them access to health insurance from PhilHealth. House Bill number 8014, which is a consolidation of these 14 measures, is an answer to the desires of PWDs for full inclusion in the country's development and provide the avenue for them to enjoy the services afforded by the government to make their lives comfortable. We all know that PWDs, like our senior citizens, are spending a lot of their medication and other hospital-related expenses. Thus, providing them automatic PhilHealth benefits is equitable and just, as it will afford PWDs with the same entitlements presently being enjoyed by our senior citizens. We must act urgently, Madam Speaker, so that our PWDs could receive the necessary health care support from the government. I am pleased to report to this august body that the Senate of the Philippines has already approved on third reading its version of the bill. Given that, we respectfully submit for the approval of Committee Report number 808 on House Bill number 8014. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Batocabe.
Madam Speaker, motion to suspend.
Session is suspended. Session is resumed.
Madam Speaker, I move that we open the period of sponsorship and debate. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Madam Speaker, I move that we recognize the Honorable Lito Atienza of Party List Buhay for his interpellation. So move, Madam Speaker.
The Honorable Atienza is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you, Majority Floor Leader. At the outset, we would like to emphasize that we are 101% in favor of this proposed law. In fact, we have also prepared our own version of it as we share the sentiments of the principal sponsors that the PWD Filipinos need to be given more in law as they are physically, many of them mentally disadvantaged, and that if we are to help the needy and the poorest of the poor, we should give special attention to those suffering some defects in their condition. Kaya gusto ko lang liwanagin, in the final version that we are taking up today, is it very clear that the funding for this very timely measure is assured to be given by the Committee on Appropriations and the department concerned? I'm sure it will be taken up from somewhere. Pwede po bang ilagay natin sa ating pag-uusap ngayon, saan po ba manggagaling ang pera na gugugulin dito sa pangangailangan ito?
Napakagandang tanong po yan. Salamat po sa katanungan ng ating magiting na kinatawan sa buhay. Alam ko po, matagal ko na po kayong kampyon ng mga, hindi lang po, ng mga may mga kapansanan, kundi alam ko, pati yung mga senior citizen, kayo rin po ang naging kampyon noon. Ito po, batay sa batas, may pagkukunan po ng pondo. Ito po ang National Health Insurance Fund na manggagaling po to doon sa excise tax ng alcohol at tobacco. So, ang gusto pong sabihin, hindi po basta-basta na maghahanap pa po tayo ng pondo, mangangala pa po tayo para mabigyan po natin ng mga benepisyo ang ating mga kapatid na may kapansanan, kundi meron na pong pagkukunan ng pondo para dito.
Sino po ba, Madam Speaker, ang mayroong control itong pondong ito?
Nasa PhilHealth po to, National Health Insurance Fund ng PhilHealth po. Ang nangyayari po, sa pagkakaalam ko po nito, yung kinakala po ng mga buwis, yung mga tinatawag po nating excise tax sa ating mga sigarilyo, tabako at alak, ay kinukuha po at binibigay po dito sa pondong to.
Maganda po yung pagpapaliwanag na yon na magbibigay ng garantiya sa mga benepisyaryong umaasa dito sa ating batas na ito na sila po'y merong salabing gugugulin ang gobyerno kung ito'y papasa natin. Pero po ba tayong pagsang-ayon ang PhilHealth Insurance Fund managers na sila'y walang tutol dito, hindi sila magpa-file ng anumang pagkontra at ito'y isasama na nila agad sa kanilang appropriation. In fact, dadaan sila sa atin for their appropriation. Isasama na ba nila ito para ito'y mapakinabangan agad ng ating mga benepisyaryong PWD Filipinos?
Actually, mapapakinabangan na po ito. Kasi automatic yata po nilalagay ho dito yung pondo doon sa National Health Insurance Fund. At dito na po kukunin sa PhilHealth. Kaya ang maganda po nito ay hindi na po magmamakawa ang ating mga kapatid na may kapansanan para ho sila maging miyembro ng PhilHealth. Dahil po, pag ikaw po ay PWD o may kapansanan, ay automatiko po na ikaw ay magkakaroon po ng PhilHealth coverage. Gaya rin po ng mga senior citizen.
Madam Speaker, isa na lang pong pagpapaliwanag at ako po'y tatanggap na ng garantiya na ito'y matutuloy. At ito'y hindi pangako at hindi talaga ipagkakait ng bunga itong pagsisikap ng mga miyembro ng Kongreso na matulungan ang ating mga mga PWDs Filipinos. Wala po bang hihingin, sisingilin na anumang salapi ang mamamahala nitong programang ito. Dahil kadalasan, kung minsan, yung mga benepisyaryo bigla na lang magugulan pang. Meron palang babayarang kaunti. Ito'y akala namin libre, yan ang madalas nating naririnig. Ito pala meron sisingilin sa amin. Pagka may sisingilin, the very intention of the sponsors and this representation will be defeated. Kung meron sisingilin, tingnan po natin kung ano magagawa para wala na pong sisingilin. Ang batas kapag ka ipinasa, may pondo at ang benepisyaryo ay pwede nang pumila sa susunod o pagdating ng madaling panahon.
Maganda po at nailabas po niyan kasi yan po ang magpapakita kung ano ang intensyon ng lehislatura. Ang intensyon po ng lehislatura ay para wag na mabigyan pa ng pasaanin ang ating mga kapatid na may kapansanan. Sa madaling salita, hindi na po kailangan singilin pa sila. Pag nagkasakit po o walang coverage ang ating mga may kapansanan, ay dapat po na ibigyan po sila ng coverage at may sailalim po sila ng benepisyo ng PhilHealth na walang babayaran.
Yun po ay napakagandang garantiya na nakalagay po sa ating recording ngayon na kapag ka nagkaroon ng anumang uri ng usapin ng isang Pilipinong naghahangad matulungan, ay bibigyan ng kondisyon na kailangan magbayad ka ng ganito, magbayad ka ng ganon, bago ka mag-qualify. Ito po ay malinaw yung ating pag-uusap na ito'y garantiya na garantisadong walang babayaran ang benepisyaryo na nilalayo nating matulungan. At yun po ay isang bagay na dapat ating lahat ay suportahan. And I would move for an immediate approval of this measure. And I would like to join the 100 or so. Marami po ang co-sponsor dito. Kung hindi pa po naisama yung pangalan ko sa listahan, ako po humihingi ng paintulot ng kagalang-galang na Pangulo ng mga party list na sponsor nitong measure. Kasama po kami dyan. Buhay Party List and ang inyong lingkod bilang co-author nitong ating measure na ito.
Malaking karangalan po na maging isang co-author din po ang kinatawan ng Buhay Party List because I have known the congressman, the representative from Buhay Party List to be a champion of healthcare, the rights of marginalized, especially the senior citizens and PWD. And it is with more reason that with your support, this bill will finally become into law. And I really appreciate that your clarificatory questions because it will put on record that the legislative intention of this Congress is to provide PhilHealth coverage for free at no added cost to our people with disabilities.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And as I suggested earlier, I would propose that we immediately approve this measure the soonest possible time, as every day there are people coming from this sector who are disadvantaged economically, physically, or mentally, na wala pong kalaban-laban sa panahon natin na napakamahal ng gugulin sa isang nagkakasakit. And congratulations to the sponsor and thank you for clarifying these matters as they are very important issues that the implementation of this measure, I'm sure, will encounter. And we will all be one and one voice in clarifying this and helping any member of that particular sector na hindi po makikinabang sapagkat may mga condition na nilagay sa rules and regulations covering the implementation of the measure, sila po ay hindi matutulungan ng bisa ng batas ito. Magkakaisa po tayo sa pagpuna at pagtuwid ng ganong klaseng pagkakamali ng appreciation ng magpapatupad ng batas. Again, my congratulations and my appreciation for the efforts of the gentleman. Thank you.
Maraming salamat po. Mabuhay po kayo. Mabuhay ang kongresong to.
Thank you. Just a follow-up question also from the presiding officer. This is additional earmarking under the existing law. So this is an amendment to the law creating the earmarking under the PhilHealth, under the RA excise tax law. I asked because I am a sponsor of the measure. I was a sponsor of the measure when I was in the Senate.
Yes, that's correct, Madam Speaker.
So you are adding another earmarked item,
Yes.
which is for the PWDs.
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much for that clarification, Honorable Batocabe, and thank you for the
Thank you.
questions from Honorable Atienza. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, there being no other member who wishes to interpolate our sponsor, I move that we close the period of sponsorship and debate. So move, Madam Speaker.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, motion is approved.
Madam Speaker, I move that we open the period of committee amendments. Madam Speaker, there being no committee amendments, I move that we close the period of committee amendments.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Madam Speaker, I move that we open the period of individual amendments. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objections? Hearing none, motion is approved.
Madam Speaker, there being no individual amendments, I move that we close the period of individual amendments. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Madam Speaker, I move that we approve on second reading House Bill number 8014. So move, Madam Speaker.
All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those against, say nay. The ayes have it. House Bill number 8014 is approved on second reading.
Madam Speaker, before we proceed, we'd like to acknowledge our guest, Father Francis B. Lucas, special guest of Congressman Franz Alvarez of the 1st District of Palawan. He is a CBCP Director for Franchise.
We welcome our guests. Thank you for visiting us in the House. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, the House and the Senate have approved on third reading House Bill number 5000 and Senate Bill number 178, respectively, which seek to provide for the regulation and supervision of payment systems. We have been informed that the Committee on Banks and Financial Intermediaries, sponsor of House Bill number 5000, as well as the authors thereof, are in concurrence with the provisions of Senate Bill number 178. In accordance with our rules, I move that we adopt Senate Bill number 178 as an amendment to House Bill number 5000. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Madam Speaker, I move that we consider on second reading House Bill number 8155 and Committee Report 839. And may we ask the Secretary General to read the title of the bill. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objections? Hearing none, motion is approved. The Secretary is directed to read the title of the bill.
House Bill 8155, an act renewing for another 25 years the franchise granted to Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines Inc. under Republic Act number 5172 as amended by Republic Act number 7530.
Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move that we recognize the sponsor, the chairman of the Committee on Legislative Franchises, the Honorable Franz Alvarez of the 1st District of Palawan for his sponsorship speech. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objections? Hearing none, motion is approved. Honorable Alvarez is recognized for his sponsorship speech.
Madam Speaker, may I request that the explanatory note be entered as the sponsorship speech?
Any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved. The Secretary is directed to enter into the records the explanatory note as the sponsorship speech of the sponsor, Honorable Alvarez.
Madam Speaker, I move that we open the period of interpellation. I also move, Madam Speaker.
Any objections? Hearing none, motion is approved. We're in the period of interpellation.
Madam Speaker, there being no member who wishes to interpellate our sponsor, I move that we close the period of interpellation. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objection? Hearing none, the period of interpellation is closed.
Madam Speaker, I move that we open the period of amendment. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objections? Hearing none, the period of amendments is open.
Madam Speaker, there being no committee amendments or members of the House who wishes to introduce individual amendments, I move that we close the period of committee and individual amendments. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objection? Hearing none, the period of individual and committee amendments is closed.
Madam Speaker, I move that we approve on second reading House Bill number 8155. So move, Madam Speaker.
As many are in favor, say aye. Aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. House Bill number 8155 is hereby approved on second reading. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move that we consider on second reading House Bill number 8157 found in Committee Report number 841. May we ask the Secretary General to read the title of the bill? So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved. The Secretariat is directed to read the title of the bill.
House Bill number 8157, an act renewing for another 25 years the franchise granted to Tirad Pas Radio TV Broadcasting Network, Inc. under Republic Act number 8070, entitled an act granting the Tirad Pas Radio TV Broadcasting Network, Inc. a franchise to construct, establish, operate, and maintain commercial AM/FM radio and television stations in the Philippines and for other purposes.
Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move that we recognize the sponsor of the said bill, the Honorable Franz Alvarez of the 1st District of Palawan, Chairman of Committee on Legislative Franchises, for his sponsorship speech. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objections? Hearing none, the sponsor of the measure, the Honorable Alvarez, is recognized for his sponsorship speech.
Madam Speaker, may I request that the explanatory note be entered as the sponsorship speech?
Any objections? Hearing none, the motion is granted. The explanatory note, the Secretary is directed to insert into the record the explanatory note as a sponsorship speech.
Madam Speaker, I move to open the period of interpellation. So move.
Any objection? Hearing none, the period of interpellation is hereby open.
Madam Speaker, there being no member who wishes to interpellate our sponsor, I move that we close the period of interpellation. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objection? Hearing none, the period of interpellation is closed.
Madam Speaker, I move that we open the period of committee amendment. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objections? Hearing none, the period of amendment is hereby open.
Madam Speaker, there being no committee amendments or individual amendments, I move that we close the period of amendment. So move, Madam Speaker.
The period of amendment, any objections? Hearing none, the period of amendment is closed.
Madam Speaker, I move that we approve on second reading House Bill number 8157. So move, Madam Speaker.
There is a motion to approve House Bill number 8157. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those against say nay. The ayes have it. House Bill number 8157 is approved on second reading.
Madam Speaker, I move that we consider House Resolution number 2084, and may we request the Secretary General to read the title of the resolution. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved. The Secretariat is directed to read the title of the resolution.
House Resolution number 2084, resolution expressing the profound condolences of the House of Representatives to the family of former Representative National Security Advisor Roylo S. Goles.
Madam Speaker, I move that we adopt House Resolution number 2084 in consolidation with House Resolution numbers 1951, 1952, 1958, and 1961. So move, Madam Speaker.
Is there any objection? Hearing none, House Resolution 2084 is hereby adopted.
Madam Speaker, I move that we consider House Resolution number 2085, and may we request the Secretary General to read the title of the resolution. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objections? Motion is approved.
House Resolution number 2085, resolution expressing the profound condolences of the House of Representatives to the family of Manuel Suigen Agyao, former representative of the Lone District of Kalinga during the 14th, 15th, and 16th Congresses.
Madam Speaker, I move for the adoption of House Resolution number 2085. So move, Madam Speaker.
On objection, hearing none, House Resolution 2085 is adopted.
Madam Speaker, I move that we take up items in unfinished business. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objection, hearing none, the motion is approved.
Madam Speaker, I move that we take up House Bill number 7652 under Committee Report number 732, and may we ask the Secretary General to read the title of the bill. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objections, hearing none, the Secretariat is directed to read the title of the measure.
House Bill number 7652, an act requiring public telecommunications entities to provide nationwide mobile number portability to subscribers.
Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, the parliamentary status for this bill is we are in the period of sponsorship and debate. There being no member who wishes to interpolate our sponsor, I move that we close the period of sponsorship and debate. So move, Madam
Any
Speaker.
objection, hearing none, motion is approved.
Madam Speaker, I move that we open the period of committee and individual amendments. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objection, hearing none, period of amendment is opened.
Madam Speaker, there being no committee or individual amendments, I move that we close the period of committee and individual amendments. So move, Madam Speaker.
The period of any objections, hearing none, the period of amendment is closed.
Madam Speaker, I move that we approve on second reading House Bill number 7652. So move, Madam Speaker.
There's a motion to approve House Bill number 7652. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those against say nay. The ayes have it. House Bill number 7652 is approved.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and the majority.
Madam Speaker, I move that we resume taking up items in the calendar of business for today. I move that we take up House Bill number 8139, found in Committee Report number 828. I move that we consider the said bill on second reading, and may we ask the Secretary General to read the title of the bill. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved. The Secretariat is requested to read the title of the measure.
House Bill 8139, an act instituting a Philippine Labor Force Competency Competitiveness Program and free access to technical vocational education and training.
Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move that we recognize the Honorable Randolph Ting, the Chairman of Labor and Employment Committee and the sponsor of the said bill for his sponsorship speech. So move, Madam Speaker.
The Honorable Ting is recognized. Please proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. May I move that the explanatory note be considered as the sponsor speech for House Bill 8139. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved. The Secretariat is directed to insert into the record the explanatory note as the sponsorship speech of the sponsor, the Honorable Ting.
Madam Speaker, there being no member who wishes to interpolate the sponsor, I move that we close the period of sponsorship and debate. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objection? Hearing none, the period of sponsorship and debate is closed.
Madam Speaker, I move that we open the period of committee and individual amendment. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objection? Hearing none, motion is granted.
Madam Speaker, there being no committee amendments nor any member who wishes to introduce any individual amendments, I move that we close the period of committee and individual amendments. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objection? Hearing none, the motion is granted.
Madam Speaker, I move that we approve on second reading House Bill number 8139. So move, Madam Speaker.
There is a motion to approve on second reading House Bill number 8139. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those against say nay. The ayes have it. House Bill number 8139 is approved on second reading.
Madam Speaker, I move that we include additional co-authors to House Bill numbers 1700, 7513, 8100, 8101, 8102, 8112, 8121, 8143, 8144, 8145, 8146, 8147, 8155, 8165, 8176, 8177, and 8179 as contained in the list to be submitted by the Committee on Rules. So moved, Madam Speaker.
Any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Madam Speaker, I move that we include Representative Ramon Rocamora as additional co-author of House Bill number 6475. It was inadvertently not included from the list of authors of the said bill. So moved, Madam Speaker.
Any objections? Hearing none, motion is approved.
Madam Speaker, I move that we include as additional co-authors of bills and resolutions that are pending in the committees the members appearing in the list to be submitted by the Committee on Rules after due verification of their requests for inclusion as co-authors of such bills and resolutions. So moved, Madam Speaker.
Any objections? Hearing none, motion is approved.
Madam Speaker,
Madam Speaker, I move that we recognize the Honorable Kit Belmonte. So move, Madam Speaker.
Madam
Speaker. Sorry, I didn't hear that. Is that for the recognition of
Yes,
the Honorable
please.
Belmonte? The Honorable Belmonte is recognized.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. I rise on a matter of personal privilege as a member of this House, as representative of my constituents in the 6th District of Quezon City, and as a person granted amnesty in 2011. I rise on collective privilege for all equally situated persons and as someone who was prosecuted when I took on the engagement as legal counsel for the then Magdalo soldiers. If I may be allowed to continue, Madam Speaker.
You've been recognized.
Thank you. I'm sorry, Madam Speaker. Yes. Before I continue, let me extend my heartfelt congratulations to Solicitor General Jose Calida. Mr. Calida, sir, you did a good job silencing another irritant of this administration. Nakakarami na po kayo, sir. And I understand unbeaten ang track record niyo sa Supreme Court. As Solicitor General, you continue to enrich our jurisprudence. Kung may basketball team ang OSG, maganda sigurong ipangalan ninyo ito as the Quo Warrantos. It seems that Senator Trillanes' amnesty revocation is another application of the same fury. No less than the AFP spokesperson has publicly admitted that your actions led to the issuance of a certification that there was no available copy of Senator Trillanes' application for amnesty. Hence, he did not file an application. And that incomplete ang requirements kasi walang admission of guilt. So therefore, void ab initio ang amnesty and everything reverts back to the situation before the amnesty proclamation. Di ba ito rin ang teorya sa pagtanggal kay Chief Justice Sereno? Madam Speaker, colleagues, I request for your indulgence, for today I speak out of fear. In 2011, I was granted amnesty by then President Benigno Simeon Aquino. I was one among 4 other civilians whose applications for amnesty were favorably acted upon. By virtue of the amnesty, I embraced my calling as a representative of my constituents, and I was embraced back. Being on my second term, I would like to think that I have done well by my constituents, having brought to the best of my abilities crucial projects, services, and programs for the benefit and development of my district, while working hand in hand with both the national government and the local government, regardless of politics or political affiliations. Proclamation number 572, published in the newspapers yesterday, 04 September 2018, is unconstitutional, Madam Speaker. Isang tahasang paglabag ito ng ating saligang batas. The recorded interview even included an official of the Department of National Defense outlining the tedious process from receiving applications, assessing and processing of these applications, waiting for oppositions for a period of 15 days from publication, final processing leading to the grant of amnesty, and the issuance of a certificate of amnesty for the government to claim now, 7 years after Senator Trillanes was granted amnesty, that a form was not filed is highly irregular. Ano ang sinasabing effects ng Proclamation number 572? In its Section 2, the Department of Justice and the Courts Martial were ordered to 1. Pursue all criminal and administrative cases filed against Senator Trillanes in relation to the Oakwood Mutiny, and 2. Apprehend Senator Trillanes so he can be recommitted. Ano po ang kasong itutuloy kung naipadismiss na ito noong 2011? Ano ang basihan ng pagkulong kung walang pagkukuhanan ng arrest warrant? Ang arrest warrant ay ini-issue ng korte sa isang criminal case laban sa isang akusado. Kung walang pending na kaso, walang warrant na may issue. That this proclamation has a built-in arrest order makes it clearly unconstitutional. Korte lang ang pwedeng mag-issue ng warrant. But sadly, the AFP may just follow it because they are required to execute orders without question. Malinaw sa batas na ang amnesty ay nagbubura ng mga nagawa ng isang tao. As discussed in the case of Barroquinto versus Enrique in 1949, amnesty abolishes and puts into oblivion the offense itself. It so overlooks and obliterates the offense with which he is charged, that the person released stands before the law precisely as though he had committed no offense. Having been granted amnesty, Senator Trillanes filed a motion to dismiss his case before the Makati Regional Trial Court for coup d'etat. Said motion was granted by the court in an order dated 21 September 2011. Kung wala ng kaso, ano ang basihan ng pagkulong? Madam Speaker, hindi po nag-iisa si Senator Trillanes sa mga taong nanganganib na ma-review ang amnesty kapag pinayagan natin ang pag-implement ng Proclamation number 572. There were 19 officers and 20 enlisted personnel whose applications for amnesty were approved by the Department of National Defense in the same approval for Senator Trillanes. In total, there were 192 personnel of the Armed Forces of the Philippines who were granted amnesty. Ang amnesty ay isang political na desisyon nagsasabing niyayakap ng gobyerno ang maaaring maitulong ng isang grantee nito sa ating bansa. It is a grant of second chances. It is a reaching out in the name of unity. It is a signal that we have chosen to move forward as a nation. Sino pa nga ba ang mga tao na nag-apply at nabigyan ng amnesty? Nandito kami ni Congressman Gary Alejano ng Magdalo Party List. Nandyan din si Civil Defense Deputy Administrator Nicador Faeldon na na-appoint ng ating Presidente Duterte at tumutugon tuwing mayroong national disaster. Bago pa man na-appoint sa Civil Defense, ay namuno na rin si Nick sa ating anti-smuggling efforts sa Bureau of Customs. Andyan din si Chairman Danilo Lim na patuloy na nakaupo sa Metro Manila Development Authority at nagbibigay solusyon sa ating problema sa traffic. Mahirap ang trabaho pero patuloy na gumagalaw pa rin para sa bayan. Then, what about those involved during those times who refused amnesty? Pero nakinabang din sila by virtue of the dismissal of all cases. Then, Major Jason Aquino comes to mind, our current NFA administrator. Unlike Senator Trillanes, wala silang admissions at all, pero nakinabang sila. I know of others in positions of responsibility, in the CAAP, in the DND, in the PIDEA, in customs and other government agencies and private sector corporations. Also, there are those who were lucky enough not to be prosecuted at all. I see them all over the place, even holding prominent positions, even in Malacanang, Madam Speaker. So pag napuno na ang powers that be, hindi lang sa katulad ni Senator Trillanes na maingay na oposisyon, kundi pati na rin sa mga hindi makaharang sa tuloy-tuloy na drug smuggling sa customs, sa sloppy disaster responses, sa patuloy na pagtindi ng traffic, sa palyadong airport, sa rampant inflation, at sa krisis sa bigas, pwede na rin ba silang gamitan ng doctrine na yan para ipakulong? Amnesty offers a chance to return and be a better member of society. It obliterates the supposed crime committed by the grantee, unlike pardon which merely forgives the perpetrator. If there is any premium in accepting amnesty, it is in standing tall in recognition of one's own shortcomings. Proclamation 572 is clearly another tool of political persecution, and this holds true regardless of how we may feel about Senator Trillanes, of how we may disagree with his stance, his positions, or his principles. The fact remains that Proclamation number 572 finds no basis in fact or in law. May nagtanong nga sa akin, galing sa aking distrito, pag di ba nila makita ang aking marriage certificate or nag-allegation na hindi wholehearted ang pagbigay ko ng aking marriage vows, ay wala bang maghahabol sa akin ng payong dahil hindi na ako kasal? Yun bang extension ng doctrine na to? Siyempre, hindi po, Madam Speaker, pero parang ganun na ho ang patutunguhan natin. Uso ngayon ang pag-erase. Uso ngayon ang pagpindot ng restart button. Uso ngayon ang makalimot. Uso ngayon ang walang forever. This is the context behind the quo warranto and the void ab initio theory. Uso na talaga ngayon ang political persecution. Uso na talaga ngayon ang makalimutan ang nakaraan. Uso ngayon ang gumawa ng isyo para pagtakpan ang mas malalaking problema. Pero never naman nawala sa uso ang pangungurakot. Tila nalimutan na natin ang panahon ng diktadura, Madam Speaker. Hindi ko po makakalimutan ang mga panahon na yon. Masyadong madami sa ating mga kababayan ang nagbigay ng kanilang kabataan, nagbuhos ng dugo, pawis at buhay para kalabanin ang mga salik nito, para pumayag na bumalik lang ang lahat. Sabi ni Rizal, ang hindi marunong lumingon sa pinanggalingan ay hindi makakarating sa paroroonan. Paano na sa ganon ang pagbabago, Madam Speaker? Inaamin ko, Madam Speaker, natatakot ako. Pero sanay na akong matakot para sa sarili ko. Ngayon, mas takot ako para sa mga anak ko. Mas takot ako para sa mga anak nating lahat. Maraming salamat po. Magandang gabi po sa ating lahat.
Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move that we recognize the Honorable Edsa Lagman of the 6th District of Albay for his interpellation. So move, Madam Speaker.
The Honorable Lagman is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. We congratulate the distinguished gentleman from Quezon City for his privileged speech, denouncing the improvident and unlawful revocation of the amnesty granted to Senator Antonio Trillanes IV. And would the distinguished gentleman yield to very few questions?
From the Honorable Edsel Lagman, it would be an honor, Madam Speaker.
In your assessment, distinguished Belmonte, what do you think prompted the President in issuing Proclamation number 572, revoking the grant of amnesty to then LTSG Antonio Trillanes IV?
Madam Speaker, I wouldn't be in a position to interpret the mind of the President. However, the circumstances seem to be too coincidental for comfort, Madam Speaker. It has been known that the current Senator Trillanes has been a thorn in the side of this current administration, has always been critical of the administration, and has stood up on many occasions questioning not only the President but a lot of the policies and actions. So that could be a main reason for singling out Senator Trillanes, Madam Speaker.
Is the gentleman aware of any pending criminal case in any regular court or military tribunal against Senator Trillanes IV in connection with the Oakwood Mutiny, the Marines standoff, and the Manila Peninsula incident?
To the best of my knowledge, Madam Speaker, all these cases have been dismissed. In fact, this representation was in receipt only last week of a notice from the Department of Justice certifying that certain cases of rebellion were actually dismissed outside of the circumstances of the amnesty.
And
Madam
these
Speaker.
cases had been dismissed and virtually obliterated consequent to the grant of amnesty to Senator Trillanes. Is that correct?
That is right, Madam Speaker.
This afternoon, Madam Speaker, distinguished Belmonte, we filed at 4:23 p.m. House Resolution number 2155, entitled Resolution Expressing the Collective Sentiment of Members of the House of Representatives, denouncing the baseless, unlawful, and improvident revocation of the grant of amnesty to Senator Antonio Trillanes IV under Proclamation number 572 issued by President Rodrigo Duterte, entitled, quote, Revocation of the Department of National Defense Ad hoc Committee Resolution number 2, dated January 31, 2011, insofar as it granted amnesty to former LTSG Antonio Trillanes IV and urging the immediate recall of said proclamation. Will the distinguished gentleman co-author this resolution?
By all means, it would be an honor to join the Honorable Edsel Lagman in co-authoring such resolution.
Well, thank you for accommodating this representation. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move that we refer the speech of the Honorable Belmonte to the Committee on Rules for its appropriate action. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Madam Speaker, I move that we approve Journal number 15 of September 4, 2018. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Madam Speaker, I move that we take up House Bill number 7882 under Committee Report 794 and may request the Secretary General to read the title of the bill. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objections? Hearing none, motion is approved. The Secretary General is requested to read the title of the measure.
House Bill number 7882, an act declaring the Basilica of Our Lady of the Rosary of Manaoag in the municipality of Manaoag, province of Pangasinan, a pilgrimage site and tourist destination, providing for its development and appropriating funds therefore.
Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move that we recognize the chairman of the Committee of Tourism to sponsor the said measure, Congresswoman Cora Malanyaon.
The chairperson of the Committee on Tourism, Representative Malanyaon, is recognized.
Madam Speaker, our parliamentary status is we are in the period of individual amendments for House Bill number 7882. I move that we recognize the Honorable Victoria Noel of party list Anwaray for her individual amendments. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objections? Hearing none, motion is approved. The Honorable Noel is recognized.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Speaker. May I propose the following amendments? On page 1, to delete section 1, and in lieu thereof, substitute the following. Section 1, the Basilica of Our Lady of the Rosary of Manaoag and its environs, located in the municipality of Manaoag, province of Pangasinan, is hereby declared a tourist destination. As such, its development shall be prioritized by the Department of Tourism or DOT and other concerned agencies, subject to the rules and regulations governing the development of tourist destinations.
Okay. What does the sponsor say?
We accept it.
The amendment is approved.
On page 2, section 3, lines 18 to 19, delete the comma after the word area and then delete the phrase thereby ensuring the accessibility and the security of pilgrims and. In lieu thereof, substitute the following: surrounding the basilica, thereby ensuring its accessibility and the security of.
The committee accepts it, Madam Speaker.
Any objections? Hearing none, the amendment is approved.
On the same page, section 4, line 23, delete the words formulate and.
The committee accepts it, Madam Speaker.
Any objection? Hearing none, the amendment is approved.
On the same page and section, line 24, after the word Manaoag, insert the phrase and its environs.
The committee accepts it, Madam Speaker.
Any objection? Hearing none, the amendment is approved.
And finally, amend the title of the bill to read as follows: An act declaring the Basilica of Our Lady of the Rosary of Manaoag and its environs, located in the municipality of Manaoag, province of Pangasinan, a tourist destination, providing for its development and appropriating funds therefore.
The committee accepts it, Madam Speaker.
Any objection? Hearing none, the amendment is approved.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and thank you, Madam Sponsor.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, there being no other individual amendments to be introduced by any other member of the House, I move that we close the period of individual amendments. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objection? Hearing none, the period of amendment is closed.
Madam Speaker, I move that we approve on second reading House Bill number 7882. So move, Madam Speaker.
There's a motion to approve House Bill number 7882 as amended. Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. House Bill number 7882 as amended is approved on second reading.
Madam Speaker, I move that we take up on second reading House Bill number 8084 under Committee Report 819, and we request the Secretary General to read the title of the bill. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved. The Secretary is directed to read the title of the measure.
House Bill number 8084, an act rectifying the period to constitute the search committee for the presidency of the Palampon Institute of Technology and extending the deadline for its compliance with the requirements of the Commission on Higher Education for conversion into a state university, thereby amending Republic Act number 10599 entitled An Act Converting the Palampon Institute of Technology in the Municipality of Palampon, Province of Leyte into a state university to be known as the Palampon Polytechnic State University, integrating therewith the Marcelino Arbeloso National Polytechnic College in the Municipality of Tabango, Province of Leyte, and appropriating funds therefore.
Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move that we recognize the Honorable Vice Chair Greg Gasataya of the Committee on Higher Education. He is from the Lone District of Bacolod City. He will be sponsoring the Sept bill. So move, Madam Speaker.
Motion is approved. Please proceed.
Madam Speaker, we submit that the explanatory note be made as the sponsorship speech for House Bill 8084, Madam Speaker.
There's a motion to insert the explanatory note into the record as sponsor speech. Any objections? Hearing none, the Secretary is directed to do so.
Madam Speaker, I move that we open the period of interpellation. So move, Madam Speaker.
An objection? Hearing none, motion is approved.
Madam Speaker, there being no member who wishes to interpellate the sponsor, I move that we close the period of interpellation. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objection? Hearing none, motion is approved.
Madam Speaker, I move that we open the period of amendment. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objection? Hearing none, period of amendment is open.
Madam Speaker, for her individual amendments, I move to recognize the Honorable Ann Hofer of the 2nd District of Zamboanga, Sibugay. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objection? Hearing none, the Honorable Ann Hofer is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, Your Honor, I move to propose an amendment to the title of House Bill 8084 under Committee Report 819 between the words amending and republic. Insert the phrase sections 9 and 25 after the numbers 10599, delete the comma, and add the phrase entitled An Act Converting the Palampon Institute of Technology in the Municipality of Palampon, Province of Leyte, into a state university to be known as the Palampon Polytechnic State University, integrating therewith the Marcelino R. Veloso National Polytechnic College in the Municipality of Tabango, Province of Leyte, and appropriating funds therefore. The title now reads as follows: An Act Rectifying the Period to Constitute the Search Committee for the Presidency of the Palampon Institute of Technology and extending the deadline for its compliance with the requirements of the Commission on Higher Education for conversion into a state university, thereby amending sections 9 and 25 of Republic Act number 10599. So moved, Madam Speaker, Your Honor.
Any objections? What's the sponsor say?
Madam Speaker, we accept the proposed amendment.
Any objection? Hearing none, the amendment is approved.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker, there being no other member who wishes to introduce amendments, I move that we close the period of individual amendments. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objection? Hearing none, the period of amendment is closed.
Madam Speaker, I move that we approve on second reading House Bill number 8084. So move, Madam Speaker.
There is a motion to approve on second reading House Bill number 8084 as amended. Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. House Bill 8084 is hereby approved on second reading.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Motion to suspend, Madam Speaker.
Session is suspended.
among the many noteworthy what? No, I was going to say observations, but it's not my observation. It's there. Isipin mo na lang yun. Basahin mo na lang ulit, pero kung wala kang ibang makita.
Session resumed.
Madam Speaker, on the part of the minority, Committee on Basic Education, Culture, as member, Salvador Belaro. So moved, Madam Chair.
Noted.
On the part of the majority, Madam Speaker, I move to declare vacant the position of member number 60 of the Committee on Energy. So moved, Madam Speaker.
Any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Madam Speaker, I move to declare vacant the position of member number 6 of the Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability. So moved, Madam Speaker.
Any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Madam Speaker, I move to declare vacant the position of member number 4 of the Committee of Government, Enterprise and Privatization. So moved, Madam Speaker.
Any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Madam Speaker, I move to declare vacant the positions of member number 8 and number 10 of the Committee on Higher Education and Higher and Technical Education. So moved, Madam Speaker.
Any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
On the part of the majority, for the Committee on Constitutional Amendments, as member, I would like to elect Jesolito A. Manalo, Vice Ruel Peter S. Gonzaga. So moved, Madam Speaker.
Any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
On the Committee on Ethics and Privileges, as chairperson, Danilo E. Suarez, Vice Delphine Gan Lee. So moved, Madam Speaker.
Any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
On the Committee on Government Organization, as chairperson, Mariano Michael M. Velarde, Vice Xavier Jesus D. Romualdo. So moved, Madam Speaker.
Any objection? Hearing none, motion is approved.
On the Committee on Legislative Franchises, as member, Romero Kimbo, Vice Rodante D. Marcoleta. So moved, Madam Speaker.
Any objection? Hearing none, motion is approved.
On the Committee on Mindanao Affairs, as member, Carlo Alexi B. Nograles, Vice Ruel Peter S. Gonzaga.
Any objection? Hearing none, motion is approved.
On the Committee on Rules, as Assistant Majority Leader, Magnolia C. Antonino. So moved, Madam Speaker.
Any objection? Hearing none, motion is approved.
As nominee for the Commission on Appointments, I would like to elect Congressman Garbin, Vice Congressman Loyola. So moved, Madam Speaker.
Any objection? Hearing none, motion is approved.
Madam Speaker, for the Special Committee on Climate Change, we'd like to elect Christopher Esco as member number 3. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objection? Hearing none, motion is approved.
The Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability would like to elect Rodel B. Batucabe as member number 6. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objection? Hearing none, motion is approved.
On the Committee on Higher and Technical Education, Salvador B. Bilaro Jr. as member number 8. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objection? Hearing none, motion is approved.
Madam Speaker,
Yes.
I move that we adjourn session until 3 o'clock of September 10, 2018. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objection? Hearing none, session is adjourned until 3 o'clock September 10, 2018.
Gutom. Oh naman. I might just go to... No.